Melania just left Asia alone early, gets grossly attacked. On her way, Libs find out where she's going. Melania Trump has been steadfast by her husband's side on his first lengthy trip to Asia, just as she was on their initial international trip as President and First Lady when they went to the Middle East. She clearly takes her role as a wife and First Lady seriously, along with something else in which she suddenly departed the Orient for today. As she boarded her sudden flight out of Asia at about the same time President Donald Trump headed in the opposite direction on his way to Vietnam, Melania was grossly attacked over where she was going and why. Melania is not going to be with President Trump in Vietnam, but not because she doesn't want to or is exhausted with the tasks of her position as First Lady. The liberal media will paint her sudden departure out to be that she hates her new life and role in our country, or even going as far as to say that the Trump's marriage is on the rocks. This is all a ploy to take away from the incredible mission that she's really on, which their favored First Lady, Michelle Obama, would never have been caught doing, and is what makes Melania such an exemplary woman today. Every innocuous and rather disgusting thing that former First Lady Michelle Obama did was glorified to the 10th degree by liberals who gave her far more credit than she deserves. She destroyed school lunches for kids, spoke poorly about the stresses of her role, which she assimilated to slavery, and spent her evening hours hanging out with rappers. On the contrary, is Melania, who truly doesn't take her position for granted to use for socialite status into clubs, but rather uses it for good and to the benefit of Americans whom she feels indebted to. However, it's Melania who is attacked by the liberal media, not Michelle, and all for the wrong reasons. Since the left was sure to destroy Melania for leaving in the middle of the Asia trip, her husband was quick to have her back as she left his side for good reason. No stranger to social media, President Trump spoke up to be sure to get the facts out about where she was headed and why before the liberal media criticized her. However, that didn't stop them, as they went on the attack anyway. I am leaving China for hashtag APEC 2017 in Vietnam. At FLOTUS, Melania is staying behind to see the zoo and, of course, the Great Wall of China before going to Alaska to greet our amazing troops, Trump tweeted on Friday morning. Melania's trip to Alaska was not planned, as it was something she decided to do herself at the last minute for a reason that liberals were quick to discredit her for. About 24 hours before her departure, Melania announced her sudden change of plans to head to Alaska to make a surprise visit for Veterans Day. First Lady Melania Trump will attend a military family event Friday morning on Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, JBER, in Anchorage during her return from President Donald Trump's continuing tour of Asian nations, the White House announced early Thursday, according to the Alaskan Dispatch. She will have a chance to check out various activities already planned on base Friday for celebration and remembrance, according to JBER. The month of the military family celebration event comes ahead of Veterans Day, which falls on Saturday, but will be observed Friday, the Alaskan Dispatch continued. It's important to note that this is a private event that is not going to be covered publicly, proving that her presence there is not for the purpose of a publicity stunt. Chances are the media will make her out to be an attention-obsessed First Lady, forgetting that Barack and Michelle Obama were truly that. Melania's devotion to our military families is a quality that hasn't been seen in 8 years of the Obama administration, who couldn't care less for the service and sacrifice, which was especially the case for the First Lady's predecessor. This isn't the first time, and definitely won't be the last, that Melania shows her sincerest respect and attention where it's due. There's extensive proof of what Melania does to constantly show appreciation to the military, and another instance in the last several months really stands out among them. The First Lady and her staff are frequently transported by the U.S. Army 1-214th Aviation Regiment, who have always shown them the utmost respect in doing this important job. This is something that hasn't gone unnoticed by Melania, who, like others, to know how much they are appreciated rather than just taking advantage of it, the opportunities afforded her like her predecessor seemed to do. Even though she's overseas at the time, Melania didn't forget about her awesome Army men, who she publicly thanked on Twitter going into the Memorial Day weekend. Like her husband, our First Lady has a love and respect for our military. She didn't have to say a word, and perhaps nobody would have expected her to, along with this sudden trip to Alaska to give these special service members some of her time. This speaks volumes as to the incredible First Lady we have in the White House. You know, I mean, it's sickening the way they attack her constantly. You know, it's all jealousy because she's a very classy woman, and I don't care what anybody says because I've gotten some nasty comments about her. And, you know, I would say to those people, take a look at yourselves before you start, making snide remarks about the First Lady. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.